Real quick, I wanted to talk to you about hitting a chip shot. So a chip shot I usually define as less carry and more rollout once it lands. So typically we want to land it on a flat spot and we want to land it on the green when possible. So here I'm just a few feet off the green. Traditionally, you're going to see something along the lines of putting the ball back in your stance, leaning the handle forward, opening your stance up quite a bit, maybe coming down on it, maybe a putting type of motion from there. Just a lot of variables that honestly I'm not very good at chipping like that. So probably 90 to 95% of my students, instead of what I'm going to call traditional chipping, where we're in this position, we go a very, very traditional setup as far as a full swing, but then we get closer, almost like our putting stance, and the heel of the club, the inside, actually comes up off the ground a little bit. So we're in a putting motion, heel off the ground, choke down to the end or the bottom of the grip, and then it's literally just a putting motion, and all we want to do is get this landing. We want to land it on the green and let it release and roll out from there. Takes out a lot of moving pieces, less timing involved, so go out and practice, try a few of those. The key is, first, get contact down. Second, make sure you can hit your landing spot, so pick where you think it's going to land. And then the third key is you've got to figure out about how far it's going to roll out. So for me, I know my 8-iron, if I carry it 5 yards, it's going to roll out about 15. So it's about a 1/4, 3/4, 1/4 carry, 3/4 rollout. Whereas my pitching wedge, if I carry it 5 yards, it rolls out 10. So it's a 1/3 carry and a 2/3 rollout. So that's just a basic chip shot for me. Again, get closer, get the heel off the ground, choke down on it, and just think putting motion. And as long as you're just bottoming out the club a tiny bit on the ground, actually hitting it a little bit off the toe of the club, it helps to deaden it. So it really lets you be aggressive instead of try to be super delicate on the other shots that we try to hit.